So thank you. So thank you all. Thank you for joining. Hope I'm able to share my screen. Is it visible? Okay, now I'm sharing my screen. Is it
Yes,
visible?
sure, sir. It's visible. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for joining. We just confirmed. Yes, I have started the recording as well. So this is our day 10 session, and yesterday we covered the basics of Office 365 portal. We covered about the licensing. Uh, Okay, today we will cover the license part in Office 35. Users, properties we covered, MFA we covered, issues during MFA we covered, settings in MFA we covered, guest users, type of users. Okay, perfect. So day 10, date is 4th March 2026. Please do share your feedback if anywhere I need to improve. Okay, your feedback will help me to create and get more stuffs which is helpful for you as well. So we will talk about license part today, and what else we covered yesterday. Anybody else? Okay, so we'll go to license part. So how many types of license we have in Azure? uh, we will have the training notes as well. Somebody share that link. I need that link on daily basis where I can copy paste the notes. Can someone have that link? It's possible. Let me. Talks. College program. I am. No, 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 not there. Okay, maybe in my other window. Yeah, takeaways. Okay, thank you. So, day 10, March 4th, 2026. Okay, thank you, Ravi. So, doesn't matter if we cover things from ChatGPT or from some known source. The point is, we want to cover the topics. Okay. So while we discussed about the license, do we remember we discussed why do we use on-premise, why do we use Exchange Online? So if you purchase on-premise Exchange version license, it it cost a huge money. So on-premise Exchange, I have covered this in my previous videos as well, that on-premise exchange and cloud version difference, and this is also one of the most frequent question being asked into interviews, that what is the difference between on-premise exchange and cloud, why people use cloud, and can somebody answer this, anything, if they know, apart from Vasant or Anyone else? Guys, please talk. Ravi, do you know? Okay. So on-premise exchange, when we have to purchase, when we have to install the labs ourselves for on-premise exchange, we need a license for, what else we need? We need license for servers, Windows servers, and we will not consider as a client's license, because client's license you still need even if you have a cloud version. So you need client machine to log in. License cost of Windows server and Exchange server for enterprise. And these license costs are different versions based on the company size. If you have smaller company, then you have uh, standard. Then if you have bigger company, then you have to buy server data center. Then you have separate uh, maintenance team. And similarly we have enterprise and exchange server, and we have exchange standard license, CALS license. So these are the examples. So if I bring this notes which I got from the chat GPT, type of license on-prem. So why we are covering this? Because we need to identify that what is the actual difference, cost difference between on-premise and exchange online. Okay. So I'll show in Indian rupees. Show me in INR. Okay, because it shows me the Canadian price. So first we need one server to build a machine. We need Windows server. We need data centers. We need backup servers. We need uh, load balancing servers to manage the load. We need member servers, additional domain controller. We need exchange servers, and based on your company size, the exchange server requirement keep increasing or decreasing. So if we consider 500 employees, then minimum, because one database only contain 100 of users. Similarly, one uh, mailbox server contains only 100 databases. So we need one server for primary DC. Then we need additional DC, secondary DC, just for 500 employees. Then we need backup server. We need SSCM servers, right? And each server has two components because of the dependency should not be there. Then we need, what else we need? Networking servers, like which have switches, routers configured. What else we need? We need exchange server based on the company size. Then we need edge server for security reasons. Even it's optional, but still we need it. I mean, for security reasons, most of the companies they want to keep it. If you have 500 employees, then obviously you need DAG also in the picture. So to make the DAG available, DAG to be working fine, you need member servers as well. So Exchange member server, and then we need uh, what else, guys? We need any other team? SharePoint
Now,
server.
Windows Server, is that like a DC or?
DC is a domain controller which is managed, which is used to manage the Active Directory and components. But these servers are the basic servers to install, even if it's not DC. DC is only used by Active Directory team, but even if it's not DC, you still need these servers uh, to install your on-premise applications. Okay. Then we
Okay.
need one SharePoint server. Then we need um, what else? What else? IAS server to configure applications. Then we need one special dedicated server for certificates servers. Okay. What else? We need anybody else? Can you recall? Yeah, Teams server. You have team also, right? So let's suppose for 500 employee, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need 12 servers for manage 1 500 uh, size of employee company, and each server has one replication for dependency. So if one server goes down, the second server is there to support it. So that's the reason each server has one replication. So this is it, 12 server, and then we have 12 server here as a backup. Okay, I mean additional servers. So what we need is uh, 24 server just to manage our on-premise environment of 500 employees. All right, so we will consider this as a price for our 500 employees. Manage the organization of 500 employees. We are considering it as why we need this as a uh, cloud, and what is the benefit of being in cloud, because this is just a from scratch. We are trying to understand what exactly it cost. So if I estimate, if I have Windows server, so Windows server cost us around server 2022. It cost us around 1 lakh rupees, 87 to 1 lakh rupees. Okay, in Indian rupees. Windows Server data center it cost uh, 4 lakh to 5 lakh rupees yearly cost. It's showing you. And Windows Server Cal server it cost around 3,000 to 4,000 rupees per user. So then we have Exchange server 60,000 to 80,000 rupees. Um, if you are in another country, like we have Nathan from other countries, so they can calculate in your currency. We have most of the students from India, so I'm taking it from as an INR. So exchange server cost around 3 lakh to 4 lakh Indian rupees. Enterprise license. Enterprise means which can support more than 100 employees. So if you have 500 employees, obviously we are going to buy the license which cost you around 5 lakh rupees. All right. Then we have Cal server. Cal servers, it's a type of new license which Microsoft launched. Like it's per user based license kind of. That's why it's very less compared to enterprise license. Then we have approx. If I ask ChatGPT of 500 employees, approx, we have 500 employee. What will be the approx cost for on-prem and versus cloud with E5 license? compare. So if I cost wise, if I compare, ChatGPT is just giving me the comparison, and this is just an overview to know you the reason and the benefits why people started choosing cloud compared to on-premise. Okay, so rather than just reading and copy pasting, I'll show you here. Option one: on-premise Exchange servers, Windows Server, data center cost 8,000 CAD. I'll change it to INR. Okay. So infra on-premise infra one time cost you 95 lakhs to manage a company of 500 employees. So 95 lakh rupees you need to start the company. Are you getting my point? Which is a huge amount, almost 1 crore rupees, right? And that is not including the employee salaries, and that is also not including any other expenses like buying domain, registering your domain, and other document approval documents and anything. It's just like license cost of the servers, hardware, storage and backup cost around 40 lakh. So 95 plus 4 1.5 crores. Okay, so total is 1.3 crore approx, and these license are enterprise license, so this comes under minimum 3 years of maintenance, so that's how it's cost you around 3 years, estimated 1.5 crore. If you consider cloud version, then 3800 rupees per user per month, 500 users, 2.3 crores, and 3 year cost 6.9 crore. So compared to on-premise, cloud is very, very expensive. You see, on-premise was costing around 1.5 crore for 3 years, and cloud was costing around 6.9 crore. But the point is, let's suppose uh, you have opened this on-premise version is not flexible. So if you buy a server one, if you buy hardware and storage, you invest 40 lakh rupees, but tomorrow your business is not running good, so your 40 lakh is going to waste, because all you're thinking that you're going to start the company of 500 employees. But what if only 100 employees are joining? You still have invested 40 lakh rupees and 95 rupees, estimating the cost around 500 employees, because your plan was to start the company of 500 employees. So let's suppose you are opening a competitor of a Pizza Hut or a Domino's Pizza, but your employees uh, are just 15, 40, but your plan was to open multiple branches and you have at least 500 employees will be working, but you have already invested 1.5 crore, and since you don't have that much of bandwidth, you don't have that much of employee to utilize your resources, you have still paid this money, right? Similarly, if you start business with cloud, you don't have to pay all these in one go. You have 20 people, you take the per user 3800 rupees per month license, and you pay approx whatever the cost comes, whatever the use is. If the night time the servers are not being used, it will cost you nothing. So this is the basic difference. Now we have license type in cloud, even license in Office 365, we have E3 license, and then we have E5 license. So this is also one of the interview questions. Okay. Okay. So now we'll compare the license type in cloud. E1, E3, and E5. Any other license we have recently? I think F1 is also introduced, right? So F1 license recently introduced. I mean, I just came to know a few months before. So F1 license are for field workers. So we have in company, like in E1 license, we just have a cloud or I mean portal based, and then so E1 license we have, E3 license we have, E5 license. E5 is the highest in cost. E1 is the basics one. So in E1 license we get web-based Excel, web-based Exchange Online, 50 to 100 GB mailbox size. We have web-based Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive, 1 TB, and basic e-discovery. No desktop applications can be installed. No Intune device management. No advanced security, and that is for basics of, or you can use only cloud applications. In E3 we have productivity full desktop applications, Exchange Online around 100 GB, Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive, all you can install on premise as well, I mean in your computer locally. Security, you will get Defender Plan 1, Azure AD P1 license features you will get. We'll talk about P1 and P2 difference as well. Then you get conditional access. The people who have E3 license, they can use the feature of cybersecurity called conditional access. Then we have multi-factor authentications. In even we don't have MFA. Then we have basic DLP data proliferation. We'll talk what is DLP in our upcoming sessions. Then we have in compliance, we have e-discovery standard. Then we have retention policies. We'll talk what is retention policy in upcoming sessions. Then we have sensitivity labelings. We'll talk in labeling, so what is labeling and all in our upcoming sessions. So this is the E3 license. Then we have highest one is E5. Include everything which comes even in E2. Plus it has advanced version of endpoint security for Defender and EDR, Microsoft Defender plan to safe attachment, safe link advanced. So if you send something in the attachment, it will also scan the attachments. If you get some links, suspicious links in your email, before you click on that email, it will check that security whether this link is safe or not. To it has more features, advanced features to check the safety. Then we have P2 license in Azure. uh, in P1 we have we don't have audit logs feature, but we in P2 we have audit log feature as well, that we can audit what is admin is doing. We can audit the administrator accounts as well. Okay. Then we have identity protections and privilege identity management, PIM. We have PAM features, like in we can enable the roles based on their timing, based on their shifts, and the role will be automatically disabled. So that kind of feature we can use in this license in P2, but in P1 we cannot use that feature. So these are the basic difference of license. Understood, guys? Hello, hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is also one of the interview questions. You can refer these notes and get the information from there. So now we will move forward to our next topic. So yesterday we talked about users, what type of active users. We have guest users, we have deleted users. So now we'll talk about groups. So we have active groups, deleted groups. In active groups, we'll see what are the groups available in Office 365. We have distribution group, security group, and Microsoft 365 group. So this is also one of the interview questions, that what are the groups available, what are the type of groups in Office 365. So they'll generally want to know the difference. So people mostly knows the distribution group and security groups. But what is the difference between Office 365 group and security groups? That's the question they ask. Anybody can answer? Hello, hello. Okay, so the security groups has the feature which is being used to assign permissions, and only those members who are part of these security groups are allowed to send or receive emails in mail enabled security groups. But in Office 365 groups, other members also can send or receive emails to Office 365 groups. It's also designed to save the data on OneDrive or SharePoint. It's like dedicated group use your personal space of your mailboxes. And distribution group is like a group to send multiple users a single email. Okay. So now if we create new group, add Office 365 group, it will ask you the basic information like name, free training lab. Then it asks the descriptions, that why you want to create the groups, like what is the purpose of this group, for training. Then we have next. Now it asks you to create the owners. So owners, whoever the owner will be, he can also add or remove the members from this group. So you can select the owner, the list of your company will be shown here. So I'll add myself as a owner. Click on add. So I'll be the owner. I mean, you can make the owner as per the ticket. So when the you will receive tickets, you will have the details like who will be the owner of the ticket. If it's not there, then you can ask the requester that who should be the owner of the ticket. Sorry, that group, because users they don't know what is the owner, and they can also manage that. So it the ownership itself explained here. They can delete members. They can converse with the shared inbox. They can change the group settings. Group owners can also rename the group, update the descriptions, and more. So this is the features owners can do. So when you click on next, the group's members have access to everything in the group, including group content like email, message, filters, and shared calendars by default. Group member can also invite guests to join your group, but they can't edit group settings. So you can add the members here. So they can ask you this as a tricky question. What is the difference between group member and owner? So owner can add or make another owner as well, and delete the files, delete the content, but members can only view. They cannot delete the content. They can in add the other members as well if they want to. So now we'll click on next. We can select the email address you want to assign to this group. So free training. So this ID is available. Now we'll see the privacy. The privacy, if you click here, the in I tab means information. It will show you the privacy as well. Like it's not allowing me to take the screenshot. Okay. So the privacy settings talks about public group can be joined by everyone without getting approval from a group owner. Anyone can join without any approval. Okay. And private means groups are not open for everyone to join them, and group owners are the one who can add or remove the member only. So that setting you can change based on the request. It will be mentioned in the ticket. If it's not, then you ask the requester. Then you can assign the role. If you want to assign any dedicated role to this group, it's not giving me permissions. Allow admin role to be assigned the groups. This will be permanently, this setting will be permanently for this group. Okay, we'll click on next. Then the group is ready. We click on create group. the group will be created. Okay, so these all settings you need to go through, or you can create your own group whenever you want to. So I just wanted you to show it, I mean to explore it. Next is distribution group. So while creating, see, we have here the lot of groups already created. So it shows membership assigned, status. If you see only cloud sign, it is created on cloud. If you see this box sign, it is created on premise. It's exchange group. If you see only cloud, then these are the cloud groups. So you click on any settings and you will see the property of the group. So the general information like group name, primary address, alias. What is alias? Alias is another name of the person. Like if my name is Chandrasekhar, but at my home, my parents call me Naresh. So my alias name is Naresh. If somebody comes to my home and say, do we have Chandrasekhar, then my parents, my family member will understand that they're calling Naresh only, so they'll say yes, he's there. So similarly, if in my office, if somebody says, do we have Naresh in the team or somebody, then obviously I know there is nobody in the Naresh, but my name is only the Naresh, so I'll say yes, my name is also Naresh, are you looking for me? So alias is another name, but it's just for similar person. So we can add another email address as alias as well. Then this was created on this date. Then we have the members, who is the member. Then we have other settings like general settings, allow external user to send email to this group. If you click these settings, then this group can receive email from outside as well. So you can manage more settings into this groups. This will allow you to go back to your exchange, and it will show other settings. So let's suppose this group is already created and we are just trying to modify our existing group. It will show us what other settings we have. So this is, I think, assigned private. The group policy is a private, and then we have created. It was in January 25th. Okay, custom sync is in cloud only. Okay, we'll see what other property they have. So this is Office 365 group. Then we have members. Then we have settings and teams. What other settings it has? Allow external sender to this email group. So if you tick this option, you'll get generally the request in the ticket which says that allow this group to enable external emails. So you simply log in and to the admin portal, you find a group, and you go here in the groups, you find a group, you click on allow settings and external settings, and you click this option and save. So similarly, send copies to the group conversation and events to the group members. If you select this option, it will send each information to the all the members of the group. Hide this group from the global address list. So if you select this option, you will not be able to find this user or this group in the global address list. So gal is something in Outlook or in Nova. When you type some email address, let's suppose you want to send an email to Akansha, you type AKANSH, and it will auto pop up the name, whoever name is Akansha in the office. Similarly, you type Vasant, it will show Vasant email address. So that's the GAL, global address list. But if you select this option, it will not show there. Hide this group from the Outlook. You can hide it only from Outlook. It will still show ONOVA. You can make it privacy, change private or public. Accept message from all senders. You can change the settings. Okay. Deny message from senders. So you can change the settings as per the tickets. Manage delegations. You can delegate this you group, if somebody wants, somebody else also can manage this group, like send as permissions, send on behalf permissions. You can assign these permissions of the group. These are the delegations. Understood, guys? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, Shekhar.
Okay. Then we have distribution group. Distribution group is also, there are two type of distribution group. So one is dynamic distribution group, and one is uh, common distribution group. So the dynamic distribution group, as I mentioned in my previous session as well, that if you have a dynamic, like if you are in Bangalore location and you got transferred to Pune location, so in Bangalore you must be receiving some emails notifications that Bangalore event, blood donation camp, or some tennis event is going on, Matri emails, or any other emails in your company events going on. So only those emails are dedicatedly sent to Bangalore employees. So once you join the company, based on based on your location, so how these groups being created, so it will ask you whether you want to put a condition based on location or based on HR position. So based on the condition is given to property while creating the group, you will be added automatically to that auto dynamic distribution group. And once you change the location from Bangalore to Pune, you will be automatically removed as well, because once you move to the Pune location, the AD team will change your location from Bangalore to Pune. As soon as your AD property will change to Pune, your location will be automatically updated to the group as well. So that is called dynamic distribution group. Okay, because it is dynamic itself. It's dynamic means uh, it's unique. So if I create a new group, I have an option. What kind of group I want to create? Office 35 group, distribution group, mail enable security group, dynamic distribution group. So if I select dynamic distribution group, I click on next. It asks me name, free training. Somebody is already on the call. Let me admit them. Okay. So for training, next. See who should be the owner. So it will populate the current users which is in the organization. So I'll select this API test as a owner. Only following recipient types, all recipient types. Who will be users with exchange mailbox? If I select only, I can select the conditions only with exchange mailbox, only users with external email address, resource mailbox. So we can, all recipient types can be member. We can select these conditions based on our ticket. So that's the job of exchange admin. You will get such kind of tickets to modify the group property, to enable the external sender policies, to enable or disable, to change some settings the groups. So that's the daily job you'll get in exchange as an exchange admin. So these are the group membership conditions. Members will be when membership in this group will be determined by the rules you set below. So these are the rules you can set up. Let's suppose, remember in our on-premise exchange, on-premise AD, when I installed, if somebody was there on that class, I showed you all the attributes. Was somebody there in that class or have seen the videos? Or you guys have seen the attributes, properties of the user?
Yes, Shekhar.
So these are the attributes you can define, like department, company. If you select department, then it will ask you to select what word. Like if he's in HR department, then it will be automatically added to HR. So let's suppose I selected department. Similarly, we have 15 custom rules. You can select, you can select the state or province. State means if I say Bangalore, or sorry, Karnataka, Haryana. So whichever rule you select, it will automatically change the membership of that person, HR. Email address will be free training. Domain you can select. I have two domains, I work on this, and group email address will be this. Next. That's it. So if I click on create group, this group will be created. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not creating it because it's not my lab. So now we have another group type. Let's suppose what option I get if I create uh, Office 365 groups. So this group allow teams to collaborate by giving them a group email and a shared workspace for conversations, files, and calendars in Outlook. These are called Office 365 groups. Okay. Somebody join. Okay, 15 minutes left only. Yeah. So if I create Office 35 group, what options do we get? Okay, that we already created, right? Okay, what else? If I create distribution group, then I'll not get those kind of options which I was getting in dynamic distribution group. Similarly, we have owners, we have add members. You can add members now while creating or later on as well. Select up to 20 people to join this group as a member. You can add more later from your active groups. So I can select exchange online this member, two members I have selected. Then I click next, and similarly it will ask you to select the settings, select a domain. My domain is this. Allow people outside of organization to send email to this group. If you select this option, outsider also can send email to this group. It's open, anyone can use this group without owner approval. If you say closed, then the approval will go to owner. If I say close, then or it will say all requests to join will be automatically declined. But if you say owner approval, then it will go for owner approval. Closed means nobody can join. It's only the members can join. Owner's approval means only it will be up once the owner approve, then only he can join the group. I mean, he can send or receive emails. Request to join this group, and owner must approve the request. So I'll keep it open. Then this all settings you will get always whenever you get such request to create a group. Then you ask a mirror group means a mirror id, like they will give an example that create a similar group, and they will give another group email address. So you open one tab, the group they have given, and you open this tab to match the similar property of that group. So you don't have to you use your own mind to mm, play this. I am doing this because I am creating a lab. I don't have ticket, so everything will be mentioned in ticket. If it's not there, then you can ask the user. Anyone can leave this group without owner approval. Closed, only owner approve that who can leave the group. So this also settings you can in leaving the group settings. So it's very simple, guys. It's you just have to understand English, that's it. So we have done practical creating group, creating dynamic distribution group, creating distribution group, and creating of 3 web groups. Now we'll be creating mail enabled security group. So what is mail enabled security group? Sends message to all members of the groups and gives access to resources like OneDrive, SharePoint, and admin roles. So these are the groups also allowed to give permissions to SharePoint and OneDrive as well. As I mentioned, mail-enabled security groups are the security groups, but it's also has attached roles to this. So if I click there, I try to create similar group. Same option it has. You select the owner, next. You select the members, next. Then communication. Allow people outside of my organization to send email to this mail enabled security group. So if you select this option, it will allow the outside of people. Then approval required honor approval to join this group. So you can select one of them. If it's not mandatory, you can click on next. That's it. So we are done with creating all type of groups today. Understood? Hello.
Yes.
So what is there in the properties of the group? You can see there are existing group in this lab. So new DG, group settings, you will be getting a lot of messages, emails like allow external. Only general tickets you'll get. Very rare cases you'll get group creation ID when company owns a new company take over a small company, then you'll get a lot of requests to create a new company whenever we have new transitions happening, like project was with Capgemini before, now it came to TCS. Project was with IBM, now it came to TCS. So once the transition will complete, TCS employ I mean the project team will raise so many requests to create groups, right? This, okay. So same way, you don't get such request frequently. If company has a new department created, if company has take over the new small company or a bigger company merge with bigger company, then you get such kind of request to create a new group. Otherwise, in general task daily basis, you'll get a request to modify the properties of the groups. Max to max, most of the times what happens, 80% of the tickets you'll get that add member somebody in the group or delete member in the group. So you generally route them to the owner, because if you follow this practice, what happens, these requests are raised by the managers and they feel like they are manager, they don't want to do the things, so they simply give the group name to their employee and they say that okay, raise a ticket. So they raise a ticket, the tickets comes to exchange team and we have to add them. But you don't have to add them. Obviously you can do this, but you follow the practice. You say, you give them the owner name that he's the owner and you can reach this person to add you or to delete you. That's it. But if there is no owner, then you tell the requester that there is no owner, or you can create, it's always recommended whenever there's a new group created, it's always recommended to ask for owner. So it will reduce the admin task. Why you want to do the repeated task? If you add one time, two times, then every time there would be modification request of adding or deleting users from a DL, then you'll get a lot of tickets. So it also increase the number of tickets for help desk people also, for an admin also. To reduce these tickets, you don't do the repeated task, you simply ask them to contact the owner of the group. Understood, guys? Hello.
Yes, Shekhar.
So I think we are done with the 1 hour. How many minutes left?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay, we can cover some more topic in eight
8 minutes.
minutes Okay. So before moving to these groups, I have already covered about the mailboxes. Okay.
Do one thing within 7 minutes. We have 7 minutes. What you have covered within 7 minutes, you can tell us again. No, do not cover new topic today. New topic will cover next week.
Okay. So in this 5 minutes or the 7 minutes, I'll just shows the little property of a shared mailbox. So when you create a new shared mailbox, you simply type the name, training, free training, select the domain, alias. I don't want to create alias. Add shared mailbox. So most of the tickets you'll get add a member to the shared mailbox. The error following training occurred during validation in agent. Only agents is not licensed for the exchange. Okay. If this user does not have license.
Yes, for shared mailbox, what kind of ticket we are receiving? Add members in shared mailbox.
Yeah, this is the shared
Increase the
mailbox. I'll show you.
increase the size of shared mailbox because mailbox is full
This
and
ADSL group I have created almost 3 4 years before when I was teaching somebody from help desk come to exchange online. 3 4 years before I have created. So it still exists. So I'll show you the property of this shared mailbox. This is a shared mailbox. Let's suppose we have created the shared mailbox. What kind of permissions do you get? What kind of tickets do you get? You will get a ticket. You get a ticket change in name. So you go to here, manage contact information, user ID, and email address. You manage email address here. By default, shared mailbox has 50 GB of space. Okay, then you get organization, manage organization informations. If you want to change the organization name, dedication, you get send as permissions, edit, you give permissions from here, you get full access, and you edit, you add the permissions here. Then you see mailboxes, you can select the message restriction size, that how much size emails he can send. You can manage the email forwarding. So you'll generally get an email request that my email is being forwarding, or the most of the people they enable forwarding on shared mailboxes, so you check there and disabled it for security reasons. Okay, so these kind of requests you will get. Members, you get automatically, you get tickets to set up automatically reply. You can convert this mailbox. Earlier on premise only command center PowerShell we can convert the user mail shared mailbox to user mailbox, but in exchange online we have option to convert a mailbox to regular mailbox. Here we have to assign license. Okay, so we'll cover in next session these all features. What are these features and why do we have this? Because in 2 minutes the call will end. But it was a good session. Anybody has any questions on this session?
Not sure.
So I'll stop the recording here.